Hello and welcome to the Would Love to podcast, your source for all gaming news, discussions, reviews, and everything in between. I'm your host, X Wolf Assassin, and my co-host here this episode is Sapio, as always.
And now all your love is wasted, and then who the hell was I? Skinny Love by Bon Iver.
Giving his intro line as always, and my second co-host for this week is Ant. Ant,
Yeah, I agree with Sapio. Yeah,
that's your takeaway.
yeah,
There's no quip.
nope.
That
No,
was the quip.
Okay, I didn't know we were doing quips off of everybody else's quips.
It's good
All
to
right.
bounce quips off of each other like a tennis ball, okay?
I mean, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, I guess.
We got
All
this.
right,
We're
so-
professionals.
Yep. And since we're on a tight schedule today, we're just going to go straight into the news. Xbox has announced that their Xbox Bethesda showcase will be on June 12th at 12 p.m. Central Time. Sapio, I think that's 1 p.m. your time, right?
That is 1 p.m. my time. I live in the East Coast of the United States of America.
And Ant, I think that's 7 o'clock your time in the UK.
Hi, I'm back. Sorry. I got a package.
Oh, okay. No, we were just
I
just
can
going
tell
into
you
the
guys
Xbox.
what this package is actually. Before
Okay.
we start, I
Okay.
ordered a 3-kilogram bucket of Nutella.
Oh,
What?
yo,
I have that in my pantry. It's good as shit.
Nutella. Oh man.
That's not bad. It's really good as a sandwich with a good glass of cold milk.
Look, I don't spread many things, but when I do spread things, it's Nutella.
That's the way to live. All right. Now that we know Ant has like a ton of Nutella, back to the Xbox Bethesda thing.
Yes.
June 12th, 12 p.m. my time, 1 p.m. Sapio's. Ant's, if I'm not mistaken, that's 7 o'clock your time, right?
It's 6 o'clock.
Yeah, don't ask me about times.
6 o'clock his time.
6 o'clock? Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
it's 6:30 for him right now, I believe.
Yeah.
Or 6:40. Yeah.
Yeah, 6:40. Okay, yep. All right. So we've already discussed whether we are gonna watch it together, and we can't. Sapio, you have church that day.
Yeah.
Ant, I think you have something else to deal with. So
Most likely, yeah.
yeah, so I'll probably be recording on my own, filming my live reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll have a couple of guests. I have no clue. That's up to whether we can find somebody to step in for you guys.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
Oh
That
no,
would
you
be
don't, if you
ideal.
can't, then that's fine. Then it's no big deal. Anyway, so now we have a date, guys. We know when to expect Xbox and Bethesda to show their games. The big question is, what are they going to show? We already know one of them for sure, Starfield.
Oh yeah. I'm so
That's
hyped.
the big one.
I
me too.
watched the music of Starfield video. My
Mhm.
goodness, the theme is on point.
It's really fascinating. I didn't know that they actually, one of the ways they start development on their games, Bethesda specifically, was the music. I actually did not know that.
I mean, it makes sense because if I remember correctly, for Doom 2016, they had Mick Gordon and they focused a lot of attention on the music because music just makes the atmosphere of a game.
Oh yeah. Those Skyrim tunes when you're in the wilderness.
Oh yeah, whenever you come out of the cave and you go,
Yeah.
or the the theme song when you get into a fight, dun 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 dun. I'm like, it's so ingrained in my head. It's just like as soon as I hear the theme, I know what game I'm playing. So yeah, I guess it makes sense.
For about
what did-
a year straight, I'd actually fall asleep to the Skyrim soundtrack every night. I'm not even kidding with you guys.
have you guys heard of Maluka at all? She actually sung the main theme song for Skyrim back before it launched. It garnered like millions of views. I highly recommend you guys listen to that tonight if you get a chance.
Yeah, I will have to look into that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good, especially how she tunes the song.
Oh,
It's
sorry,
great.
I'm just sniffing the Nutella.
Oh my, this.
Is it good?
Oh
That's,
my god.
That's just Persona today, isn't it? Oh god.
Hey, I'd rather have this persona than the other one.
Okay, that's fair. That's fine. You know what? It's fine by me. For now.
Yeah,
For now.
I agree. All right. But okay, so how hype are you guys still for Starfield? Is it still pretty high?
Oh yeah, so high. It's higher than ever before.
Oh, for sure. I don't know. It's kind of equal to Hogwarts Legacy hype for me right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
I really hope we get a release date for Hogwarts Legacy soon. But back to Starfield. How long do you guys think we'll see of Starfield at the showcase? Like 10, 15 minutes? Will that be enough to satisfy you guys until launch?
I mean, launch is what, November?
Yeah,
Yeah.
November 11th. What is it with Todd Howard in that date?
It's a good
Isn't that
date.
when Skyrim came out?
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly 11 years ago on that day.
It's a memorable and easy to remember date, right? It's just ones.
And
Yep.
it's right before Christmas.
And Thanksgiving, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, wait a minute. Didn't Fallout 4 come out November 11th, or was that like a different November date?
It
I
came out
know it was
November
November.
10th.
November
Ooh.
10th. Oh, Todd. No wonder he wants to make sure he gets it on the 11th this time. Oh, dear. Oh, if we ever get a chance to talk to him in like 10 years or so, we need to ask him what the hell, what's his deal with that day.
Wait, I'll
So
I'll be back in a minute. Speak amongst yourself, class.
we'll do.
He's going to sniff the Nutella. He
I'm
needs
gonna
a
Yeah,
quick hit.
he's gonna get a spoon.
He's gonna,
It's gonna be hard for him to talk throughout the podcast
he's
because
gonna
he's
get a
gonna be
spoon.
eating
No,
Nutella.
no, no. He's gonna get a spoon. He's gonna heat it up and then get a syringe and do the whole pizzazz.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing right now. We know this.
Oh yeah. So although back to my question, would
Yeah.
10 minutes satisfy you, Sapio?
I would actually, because it's like 6 months away, I am okay with having 10 to 15 minutes. I know some gamers might want a bit longer, like 20 or 25, but the fact of the matter is, it's still quite a few months away, and if I get too hyped now, then I'm gonna get burnt out.
Yeah, me too. A lot of people don't realize that sometimes hype actually burns the energy for when you actually get the game. So when you get it, you're just like, it's okay. Not what I thought. You got to
Yeah,
keep that hype in check, keep it small, because when you do get the game and it's, go in with no expectations and you'll be pleasantly surprised with whatever
exactly.
game you play.
Exactly. Small but consistent, right? You don't
Yep.
want your expectations to be too high because the fact of the matter is it's going to be very hard for an actual game to match up to your imaginary hype.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I was thinking. So, Ant, would 10 minutes satisfy you? Starfield gameplay? Demo?
Oh
Todd
yeah,
Howard?
it would. It would. We just need to see some gameplay. Like if
Okay.
it's like a GTA Definitive Edition type of thing, then
Oh, like showing
expectations
off,
are gonna get ruined.
Mm.
like showing off the world and stuff.
Yeah, we need to see something.
Yeah, I mean, if we don't see anything from Starfield at the showcase, then yes, we all have a reason to be concerned. But
But
I
I'm
trust.
like 99% sure we'll see something.
Oh
There's
yeah,
got to be like
it's their big flagship title for the fall. There's no way we don't see it sometime soon.
yeah.
And speaking of games for the fall, there's actually some murmurs going around. We may actually know two more titles coming this year from Xbox: Forza Motorsport and Redfall.
Mhm.
You guys
Mhm.
remember them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, Redfall apparently is rumored to be coming in October, Forza Motorsport in September. If you look at that calendar, if that's correct, they basically got a major game coming each month in the fall, except December. But that's more of a winter month for me. So, are you guys interested in Forza Motorsport or Redfall at all? Or are you guys going to pass?
Redfall is kind of interesting. I can't remember the whole story, but if I remember correctly, it doesn't it take place in Massachusetts?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
Yes, it
considering
does.
that I live in Massachusetts, it's, I got to play all the Massachusetts video games,
It just hit me. As soon as you mentioned Massachusetts, I'm like, oh, wait. He's in
I
Massachusetts.
mean, it's part of the reason why I kind of want to play Fallout because Fallout 4, was it, takes place in Boston?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That Boston is, I think, one of its main settlements in the game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So,
I mean, from what leaks have suggested that Redfall is A lot of people, when it was first revealed, thought it was like a Left 4 Dead sort of game.
Yeah, yeah.
But from the leaks that leaked out, they said it's more like a mix between Gears of War and Borderlands with
Huh.
arcane twist. Kind of like a looter shooter, but
Yeah,
arcane's
yeah,
version
yeah.
of it.
That is
So
interesting.
it really is. And fighting vampires.
I mean,
Once
that's
I heard
already
that, I was
epic,
like,
right?
now I'm more interested.
Yeah.
Definitely. And what are your expectations for Redfall?
I haven't looked too much into it. I've seen some things about it, but it's not really on my list of things to be on the lookout for right now.
Oh, hopefully the showcase may or may not change your mind about that, but
Yeah,
we'll
I'm
see.
excited for the showcase.
Mhm.
It has a lot of potential, the Xbox and Bethesda thing.
Now
Yeah.
we know that Starfield's going to be there. Everybody highly thinks that Forza Motorsport and Redfall will be there. Redfall still hasn't changed their 2022 window. But as far as other games that may come out this year, games coming out next year, we don't know anything about. We know there's going to be updates for Halo, Sea of Thieves, Forza Horizon. But my main concern is what else do you guys think will be there? Like something from Xbox or Bethesda. What do you guys think will be there? And what do you think won't be there?
I mean, I think we talked very briefly about the next From Software game.
You think from Software's next
Well,
game will
I,
be
I
there?
don't think, but I do hope that it's going to be there.
I'm just gonna turn my attention to the viewers 1 second. The reason I'm thinking that Sapio thinks that is because back in 2019, Sekiro launched in January, and then what happened 5 months later? Elden Ring got announced. So keep that in mind, viewers.
Yeah.
Elden Ring came out in February. That doesn't mean From Software won't announce their next game here in
Mhm.
June. Just keep that in
It's
mind.
a possibility.
And
It's a possibility.
it is. There is a chance. And plus, it wouldn't hurt to have a Japanese game announced at the showcase. Whether it's exclusive or not, still puts a pretty good light on the
Mhm.
showcase. Okay, so you think From Software's next game is going to be there. What don't you think is going to be there?
Let's see.
Preferably from Xbox and Bethesda's first
I
party.
have no idea, honestly. I'll be completely frank. I have no idea what might not be there because I'm not really sure about the entire catalog that is a possibility. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
There's one small topic that I do want to quickly brush upon. I saw the other day some news about Take-Two releasing 40 games this year or in 2 years, and I just wanted to get your guys' thoughts on that if you've
Okay, we'll
seen
put
it.
we'll put the Xbox thing on hold to talk about this for a second. Um, I did see that. I thought it was like a year ago where they said they had like 90 games to release within the next 3 years. I thought that's
Yeah.
impossible.
I
How?
think they're gonna release like 2 games in the next 40 years. I think that's what they meant. Because come on now, we know their little track record. They're not the best at being consistent.
What have they released since 2013? Oh yeah, GTA 5 and Red Dead 2. That's it.
Yep.
That's it. I I know Rockstar and Take Two's games. Like Rockstar specifically, their games are top of the line. Whenever they come out, everybody has their attention on them. But at the same time, Take Two as a developer, I mean, is there really anything to look forward from them anymore? They practically EA's little brother. They practically put their franchises on hold
Do
just
you
to focus
think
on GTA.
do you think they're actually gonna release 40 games in like a year?
You want my short answer?
Go on.
No.
Yeah, I thought so.
No fucking way. If Xbox and PlayStation can't do it right now, no fucking way Take Two can. No.
Because
There's
how
no way.
many games a month would that be? I'm quite bad at maths, so
40 in a
Sapia,
year?
would you like to take over?
That's
Yep.
a little more than 3 games per month.
Like Jesus.
Yeah, no way. Nope.
I
That
don't
that
get
is
why they'd say that at all. Like it
that is
was just
sensory overload.
outraging.
They probably did it for the shareholders and investors. That's the reason why any
Mhm.
company would do that.
Yeah, it's not happening.
There's no way. All right. Well, Sapio, you voiced your opinion on it, right?
Yeah, I think. I
On
mean,
on
like
on the Take
I
Two
think
thing.
it's ridiculous. I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, I think we can all three of us can conversely agree. There's no way that Take-Two is going to manage that.
If they
Even if they did, how the hell are they going to announce all those
yeah,
games?
and also
It'd be
How
an
the hell are
announcement
they going to
every
do that?
week.
There
yeah,
would be.
even if they did, it just
I don't.
feels ridiculous. Why would you do that? First of all, you're not even giving enough time for the gamers to actually enjoy their games.
Yeah,
But
that too.
second of all,
I like.
I feel like that's just gonna
I
be
just.
a quantity over quality thing, and I'm not gonna be able to look forward to these games because I would know they're gonna suck, especially if they're so close together like that. It just makes no sense to me.
Nope, not at all. I like Xbox plans better, at least with their first party. Their main goal is to try to at least have a game every quarter, which is like every 3 months. That is
Oh
more
yeah.
acceptable than like three in a month. Yeah, I'd rather have that than the
One
other
every
thing.
3 months better
Yeah,
than
I don't
three
get
every
how they would
1 month.
how did they think
And
anyone would believe them when they Rockstar released like 2 games in nearly 10 years, and now they just suddenly come out with 3 games
To be
every
fair,
month?
they released the same game multiple times.
Yes,
that
that's
doesn't
true.
count.
If that's what they count as like a release, then they can probably do it.
On Take Two, in Take Two's eyes, yes, that is a release, a
GTA
re-release of a
Online on
release.
mobile.
Red Dead Online on mobile,
I mean,
NBA
I
I
2K
didn't
on
mean,
hear
they
mobile.
about Red
are
Dead
Take
Online.
Two. Maybe they're releasing each game twice, and they're counting it twice.
That's a good one. That's a good one. All right. Well, back to the Xbox Bethesda showcase. Glad we did talk about that though. And what games do you think or do you want to see from Xbox and Bethesda besides
Yeah,
Starfield?
I'm not really sure. I just look forward to the most mainstream ones. So Starfield is the only one on my mind when I think of the showcase.
I feel like I'm the only one that actually looks at Xbox's first party around here. But okay, I
That's a
guess we're done with that.
possibility, I guess. Oh, do you think they're gonna
Yeah.
talk a little more about Elder Scrolls 6?
No, I
Let
don't
me
think
tell you
so.
let me tell you something to you two and my viewers. If they show Elder Scrolls 6 in any capacity, even if it's for like a 5-second teaser, just an in-game concept art or anything like that, I'll eat a sock.
Oh,
There's
you'll
no
eat
way.
a
No.
sock.
Elder Scrolls 6 will not be there. It will not be there.
I remember way back when there was one user who was talking about a certain game. I think it was a space game, and they were talking about how you're not going to get interplanetary landing or something, and if they do, they'll eat a sock. And that game eventually developed and had that feature. And
And he ate a sock,
I don't
didn't
think
he?
he actually ate a sock, but that became a meme.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that. I do.
So be
That's a classic.
careful with what you say, Wolf.
Watch your words, Wolf.
I don't care. I know for a fact it ain't there. We haven't seen anything from it
That's
in 4
fair. I
years.
think. Oh gosh, that's
Hell, we haven't seen Starfield in 4 years either.
That's coming
I
out
have
this
no,
year.
I have nothing to worry about. Okay. Either way, we'll be excited to see the showcase on June 12th. I'll probably see it live. You guys will
I'll see
probably
it
see it
after.
later.
Yeah, I'll see it that like afternoon
Yeah,
or evening.
I will try not to
Mm.
spoil it for you. Anyway, to our next topic. Looks like our favorite publisher, Sony Interactive Entertainment, is in trouble again, guys. It feels like there's a new controversy with them every single fucking week. But let's get into this one. Apparently, Sony is having developers, big and small, make a game trial for their PlayStation Premium subscription. This is their $18 a month tier. If the game costs more than $35, they have to make a 2-hour game trial. Now, I don't see any issue with having a game trial at all in a game subscription service, but why are you forcing developers to take time out of making their game? And why are you putting it on your top tier subscription service? Why?
Yeah.
Like,
I
what's the
mean, and
point? The whole point of a trial or a demo is for it to be free. Why is it a part of the subscription service in the first place?
exactly. I mean, in principle, game demos are an excellent thing. I am highly supportive of game demos because it gives you a taste of the game before you actually jump into it. Even if it's a limited time thing, like they did for the Resident Evil remakes.
Now to
I
give
wanna
some perspective. Oh, sorry, Ant. You go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanna ask you guys, do you like ever still try out demos? Is that like still a thing that you do?
I don't personally, but if you don't mind me taking the reins for a second, I'll actually help you with that answer. I actually didn't know this. I just found out about it. You PC players are so goddamn lucky. You guys get demos for free. So congratulations and fuck you all.
Hey, I thought you'll be joining
That's
our
for
ranks
PC.
soon, though.
I will try.
Hopefully.
Now that's PC. For Xbox, at least with Game Pass, you get to try the whole fucking game before you
Mhm.
buy it, if you even want to. Even Nintendo, who Ant hates with a passion, not only do they offer demos for certain games, but if you buy the game, your save data is transferred over to the full game. And that and their demos are free. Sony, what the fuck are you thinking? Why? If you look at the competition with PC, you get it for free. Game Pass, you get the whole game for free if you even decide to buy it. And on Nintendo, you get the demo, and if you buy the game, the save data transfers over to the main game. But no, of course, Sony has to put it on their top tier subscription service, so it's not free. And you're not even compensating developers. At least Xbox does with Game
Mhm.
Pass. They pay like what, 10 million for Guardians to come on, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
So
I think it
why?
was.
So PlayStation, I get what you're trying to do here. You could have done it a lot better. You could have explained it a lot better. If you had put it even in the lowest subscription service, that would have been fine. But why? Why did you put it at the top?
I also, if I
Like
remember
why?
correctly, they didn't. There was no more communication to the developers after that. They just kind of dropped them that announcement and then went radio silent.
Yeah, I even saw a couple of developers on Twitter that go like, "Wait, we're supposed to do what now? When was this discussed?" And I look at their reactions and I'm like, "Wait, they didn't tell you? What?"
I'm guessing it's just their desperate way of trying to compete with Game
Hmm.
Pass.
There are better
Oh
ways to
yeah,
do it though.
For sure, yeah.
I think
Oh
it was a
man.
fast-tracked bureaucratic process that just kind of they did without really thinking too hard about it.
Look, Sony, I love you. I love your first party lineup, but you have been making so many stupid decisions the past year since this generation started. I'm starting to wonder if you're getting too arrogant for your own good. It's just the latest controversy. Actually, there's another one from this week, but we don't have enough time to deal with that one. I don't know. Am I thinking way too much into
No,
this, or
I
what do you
completely
guys think
agree
about the
with
whole
you,
game trial
man. I
thing?
mean, forcing developers to make game demos, it's just never a good idea because, as you mentioned, the time and the resources are going to have to be allocated to making this game demo. And worst case scenario, the game developers are going to make this really incredible game demo, but the game itself is going to be a little bit on the back burner. So you play the game demo, it's fantastic. You buy it, oops, it's a bad game.
I
And
just
what about, say, because it says if the game is over $34, you need to have a trial for
Wholesale
it. What if it's like
$34.
a really short uh what if it's a really short game? Like you can complete in like 4 hours? Like I just don't get how it's gonna work.
because if okay, let's just take this for example. Keen Up Riches Spirits. It came out last year. It was great. I played it. I didn't finish it, but I'm going to. That game, I think, was $40 on PS4, 50 on PS5. That game, I've heard it takes
Mm,
12 hours,
hmm
10 to 12.
Yeah.
You're telling me the Ember Lab, the developer, if they have to release that, let's say you're at the top tier subscription service, you're paying for premium, and you want to play the trial for Ember Lab, you're practically playing at least 15% of that game already.
Yeah.
Like, what? You're.
They just forcing this upon like new game releases, or is it like previously released games
It's
too?
not
Like
retroactive.
I
So the games that
uh
have
I
already been announced so far, they don't need a demo for it either.
so
okay, I see.
I'm gonna say this directly to Sony, and I know they won't hear me, but on the off chance they do, I swear to God, if you force the developers to make game trials for previously released games already released, we are going to talk about this again, and I'm going to roast you for it even harder than I
Oh
already
If
god.
you
am.
do that again, young
Can you
man, you
imagine
are
if we find
grounded.
out? If we find out like a year from now that they're going to make every developer go back to their back catalog and make a
Okay,
trial for
they're
it,
not gonna do that.
holy
That
shit,
that's
that
not gonna happen.
nope.
Yeah, that's a
That's
bit.
just being an
Yeah.
asshole, and I don't
I
think that was the intention behind this. You know,
no, I have no doubt that there's no way that they're going to do it, but on the off chance they do, we'll have words, Sony. We'll have
I'm
words.
gonna talk real sternly to you.
Yep, it's going to be more forceful this time.
I might throw in a couple more profanities in there. You better watch out.
Oh no.
Now I'm going to stress this point so clearly. I'm still excited for God of War Ragnarok, but Sony, this decision, I don't know why you decided to do this when your subscription service is already under so much scrutiny as it is. Why are you just piling on
You
to
know,
it?
it's also possible because you mentioned the shorter games. Is it possible that they're trying to make shorter games worth less in terms of wholesale price? Because if it's like a 12-hour game and the developer just doesn't want to make a 2-hour demo for it, then it's kind of like forcing your hand. You have to price it at less than $34. Like you
Yeah.
have to give it to Sony for less than $34.
Yeah, the AAA developers, from Square Enix, CD Projekt Red, they can afford on some level to do this, but the indie
Yeah.
developers, how is this going to affect them? Like, why?
It's not very friendly towards the indie developers because, the indie
Oh,
developers, they're the ones that's probably going to be making shorter games. AAA games are going to take on average at least 20 hours to complete, 20, 30 hours.
Like, imagine if Celeste or Hades released in this type of, this type of way. Does that mean that Supermassive is going to have to make a 2-hour trial for Hades
Ridiculous.
when that game
It's
is?
redonkulous.
I I don't get it. I
what
mean,
if what if they price their games at $33.99? Now we're talking big brain. I mean, would that
oh,
actually be an actual solution, or do you think they
Yeah,
thought of
I
that?
mean that's
I
a
would
valid
laugh.
solution, I would
I
think.
would find that funny. Yeah, that would actually do it, but I would imagine they'd put it at 29.99 just for the sake of it,
Yeah.
just so that way Sony doesn't know exactly what they're doing. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyway, we're gonna get off the Sony hate train for now, at least
Let's
until
move the hate train along.
until they show their showcase.
Quantum TV.
Oh, I was gonna save that for last.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Let's save the big one for last.
Anti's really trying hard to make some segues here, but I mean, you're just coming out of left field.
It's okay. I don't mind. At least he's more active in the podcast now. I do realize that, and
I
that's
mean,
why I'm not giving
it's
him any
all the
grief for it.
Nutella he's been sniffing today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've rubbed it on my nipples. It's
Oh.
given me power.
And now we're
We did
okay.
not need to know the details.
On
I
to the
feel
next
dominant
topic.
now. I feel like I'm
Uh,
carrying.
On to the next topic. All right. So this news
Oh, okay, okay. I'll mute.
Okay.
can't tell, but my head went down. Okay. Are we good now? Everybody good?
He's muted, so I'm
Yep,
good.
good.
I'm always good, man.
All right, just making sure. All right, third news of the day. This news came yesterday. It was a surprise to me, considering Ubisoft is already being in talks to being acquired. But this is another big one. Warner Brothers may possibly be trying to sell off their game studios, guys.
Yeah.
Now, for those of you in the comments or those of you viewing who don't know who exactly Warner Brothers own, they own NetherRealm, who makes Mortal Kombat, Rocksteady, who did the Batman Arkham games.
Mhm.
They own Avalanche and
Wait,
Porky Games.
Hogwarts Legacy? Oh my.
Yep,
I didn't
that's the
actually think
studio.
it through. Oh wow.
Monolith Productions, who made the Shadow of Mordor games, as well as Warner Brothers Support Studios, and finally, TT Games, the developers behind the
This
Lego
is
franchise.
big.
Now, we don't know exactly who is in talks to acquire them, but we do know the companies that are interested. They are EA,
Don't say Xbox.
EA.
Take-Two,
Take-Two.
Tencent,
Tencent,
NetEase,
NetEase,
Sony,
Sony,
and Microsoft.
Oh no.
Microsoft.
They're gonna start a little monopoly here. Just
No.
acquire every game.
Now, before you say Microsoft becoming a monopoly, if they did, in order to be considered a monopoly in terms of this acquisition sort of deal, they would have to acquire Warner Brothers entirely. This is
Yeah.
just their game studios,
Yeah,
the
it's
gaming
just their
division.
IP, right?
Yeah. So not only is their studios being presumably sold, but also the licensing IPs.
Mm-hmm.
This means they would whoever acquires the licenses would own the rights to Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, DC Comics, and a few others. Now, I honestly don't care if Microsoft or Sony come in and take whatever studios and IPs they want, but for the love of God, do not let EA or Tencent get a fucking hand on these
Yes, please.
studios.
Don't let
Do
their
not let them
grimy
do
hands,
it.
don't let their grimy fingers touch all the IPs. No. Please
We've
don't.
already seen what Tencent has done with Riot.
Mm-hmm.
Like hell, I'm going to let them touch Rocksteady.
Yeah.
No fucking way, no.
No.
Look, I get why everybody would be upset if Microsoft came in and got them. I would be upset. I would understand if Sony came in and bought them. But I'd rather have that than the others.
Yeah.
We just talked about
I'm with you
Take-Two.
there.
We just talked about Take-Two.
Who
We don't
has
need them
like
having a hand in
40
it either.
games.
Hogwarts
Oh,
Legacy Online, baby.
Oh, great.
Oh my
Hogwarts
goodness.
Legacy. But yeah, the sequel will be published by Take-Two. Oh, dear
Hogwarts
God.
Legacy, but you have loot boxes for capes
No,
and cloaks and wands and
no.
glasses
You have properties you can buy.
and magic. Like it's a loot box for learning magic. Oh my goodness.
Just like a magic DLC.
Okay, but
Magic
the reason why I'm
DLC.
bringing it up, guys, do you guys agree with me, though? Would you rather have Microsoft and Sony have their hands in it?
Oh,
Oh,
for sure.
totally.
That doesn't sound very positive, though. I can smell the salt.
Oh, I don't care. Honestly, yeah, I'm totally with you, man. Like, sure, it might be better for another company to swoop in and just grab that, but honestly, there isn't really a company that I know of that would or could do that. So, Microsoft, Sony, do your thing.
As long as Hogwarts Legacy doesn't get too affected by it, I don't care.
Hey, Lance, let me tell you something real quick. If Microsoft acquired any of these studios or all of them, you can still bet that Hogwarts Legacy will still come out on the platform you choose. That
Yeah.
I will say. Microsoft, at the very least, they honor the deals already signed. A corporation like Microsoft doesn't have to. Sony didn't have to. When they acquired Bungie, they could have just taken Destiny off Xbox and PC, but they didn't. So all I gotta say is, don't worry about Hogwarts Legacy if anybody besides Sony and Microsoft acquire them. So don't worry, man. I will say that. Now the sequel, though, that you might have to worry about. Oh God, if if Sony and Microsoft acquire them, we already know the sequel is going to be exclusive to that platform.
Right.
Oh dear.
Look, all your problems can be solved if you just get a PC.
You've got Game Pass PC then as well.
True. PC Game Pass, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Although I do hear that service needs some work. Is I wonder if that's true though. I'm not
I
sure
mean,
you guys have
I know
PC
that
Game
the
Pass.
app
I
is
don't have it,
extremely buggy and such.
Yeah, they say it's better to just go to the actual main browser in Chrome or Microsoft Edge. I hear that's a better option.
Probably is.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, to cap off the Warner Brothers topic, a lot of reactions from everybody across Twitter and Reddit. Lots of people are saying that Microsoft should get them. It would help a lot with their first party portfolio. They don't have a fighting game. They don't have that many family adventure games. They don't have a superhero game. So that would be a great deal for Microsoft if they acquired them. For Sony, Warner Brothers already makes great open world games. So that's, obviously that's Sony's specialty. Third person over the shoulder action adventure open world games. And at least in their open world games, they don't have microtransactions. Warner Brothers already introduced them in their games already. So, Ants, are you sure you're okay if Microsoft or Sony one day announced they acquired their gaming division, though?
I mean, I don't know. If it doesn't affect too much, then I don't care who acquires anything.
All right.
It
Well,
just depends, really.
well, if someone's listening out there at Xbox or PlayStation, you guys have my full permission to go for it. Just don't let EA or Tencent or Take Two get them. That's
Yeah,
all I
mine
gotta
as
say.
well. Mine as
And
well.
don't let
You
me
guys
down.
take it. It's fine.
Yeah, don't mess with Hogwarts Legacy for God's sakes.
Yeah.
Don't and
We've
for the
been waiting
record,
so many years.
Antite's gonna
and for the
throw some
record,
hands.
don't mess with Gotham Knights or Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League either.
Mm.
Don't fuck it up. But all right, we're done with Warner Brothers, guys. Final topic of the day. We've got to talk about something that's going on YouTube lately. And the reason why we're bringing this up in this podcast is because it all started with an Elden Ring review.
Oh, get that picture out of our Discord server. Get
Hey,
it
get
out
the
of
hell
here.
out of him. No,
Jeez.
no. Get
He's
him out of
He's
here.
not even a pleasing person to look at. Come on.
He's really
He
not.
looks smug. He looks like he thinks he knows everything.
He
And
he
the sad
looks
part
like the
is-
personification of the word hubris.
Thank you. You described him perfectly. And for those of you who don't know who we're talking about Quantum TV.
Oh no, we're gonna
This
get
guy.
copyright claimed. Oh no.
Oh no.
You mentioned his name?
Yes.
Well, you mentioned him first.
Yes.
he did. He did earlier. But now, the reason why we're discussing this in the first place is because he made an Elden Ring review. Some YouTubers, they didn't like his take. They criticized him for it. And what does he do in response? False copyright claim. Oh, what a great time to be on YouTube. Anybody who shows any footage of anything of his concerning Elden Ring or any footage at all, bam, copyright. So for the sake of argument, Sapio, please don't edit some of his stuff. You know what? Fuck it. Put a video of his on it in this podcast. Just do it.
I'm just gonna
Risky.
vaguely blur it out. I'm just gonna vaguely blur it.
Vaguely blur it out. But yeah, just go ahead. Put the tagline, say Quantum TV edit footage. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we dare you, motherfucker. Go ahead. Try us. Try it.
Come
Try
at
us.
us.
Come on.
This is fair use.
It is fair use. Now, another reason why we're bringing it up is because not only did he false copyright strike a few people, but he actually physically threatened a few people.
Mm-hmm.
Mischief, the 16-year-old kid with 7,000 subscribers, was the first one to
7,000
do
at the
a
time.
criticism. At the time. Have you
Yes.
guys
Huge
seen how
now.
many subscribers now?
Oh yeah.
The biggest ratio in mankind.
He's at like 150K now.
Yeah.
He's now one of the biggest YouTubers, all because a few of the other YouTubers covering this told their subscribers to go subscribe to him. And you know what? I checked the kid out. He's good. He's a good commentator. I don't know
For
why
sure.
the hell I didn't hear about him.
Good for him.
I mean, 16 years old from the UK,
Mhm.
now has 150,000 subscribers, 150,000 people lined up to be ready to watch his content. I got to get the kid props, man.
Yeah.
At his age, he outsmarted a guy that's like twice his age.
I mean, to be fair, didn't take much.
Yeah, it really didn't. No, but this asshole, I swear to God.
Oh,
he-
some of the stuff he said is absolutely insane. He actually had the audacity. Now, prepare yourselves. He had the audacity to say something negative about Elden Ring.
Oh god.
that's the biggest crime of all. I mean,
What a dick.
I know we skipped the whole what games have we been playing thing, but I'm just gonna bring this up because it's Elden Ring. I have been consumed by that game for 2 fucking days. Help me, for the love of God.
Dude, you don't need help, man.
was about
That's
to
not
say.
a problem.
it's
You need
really
to just
not.
Immerse.
You know how many bosses I've beaten? Like 15. I have a list of all the bosses and where they are, and I've just been going and killing them all.
Just checks them off.
Yeah, 263 bosses in the game. That's a lot,
Insane.
and
It's
I'm
a
gonna beat
beautiful
them all.
thing.
It
And
is.
This guy really said the graphics are terrible.
How the
like,
fuck are
Are
they
you
terrible?
insane?
Like just the particle effects from magic alone is what's
I
keeping
think
me in the game.
I think he saw them as terrible because his TV wasn't calibrated correctly.
Oh yeah, I
Have you
forgot
guys seen the
he's
like
a
Lucifer thing?
oh my are you how?
That
I've
thing
watched
it
Lucifer
blew my
before and I'm Christian. Does that mean I worship Satan now?
it blew my mind.
If Sapio sees a second of Lucifer, does that mean he has to revert to Satanism now? If he
Wait,
decides to play
Lucifer
a
the
prank on
TV
his
show?
church, if he decides to play a prank on his
Yeah,
church and
so
show Lucifer, does that mean everyone in church has to convert? Oh, that's
Get
terrible.
out. Lucifer is actually a really well-made show.
It is surprisingly based on the comic book
Sapio's
too.
seal of approval right there.
wow.
I have to give it my stamp of approval as well. Even the
Yeah.
later seasons are good, and not many shows can say that.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good that it got canceled 3 times and they came back 3 times.
It's almost like
It's
Jesus.
that good. Oh,
So
there's some irony.
I've been keeping track of Quantum TV's channel, and over the past week or so, he's only gone up by like 200 subscribers. After
Hmm,
all the controversy, you'd think he'd
really?
at least gain some like traction from it, some
He's gone.
subs.
I'm surprised he's gone up at all.
Yeah, that's true.
Surprised he hasn't banned yet.
I'm hoping he gets banned. Seriously,
According
Yeah.
man.
according to the Ackman's video, he talked to YouTube last week and they were going to discuss it on Wednesday, and it's already Saturday. So I'm surprised that his channel is still up. But
I mean, YouTube isn't known for working fast, so
that's true. But aside from all that, he's done many horrible things.
mhm.
He slandered Review Tech USA, calling him, as Asmongold put it, someone that Chris Hansen would want to talk to. That's what he called Rich at Review Tech USA.
Damn.
He has been harassing Griffin Gaming, a few other YouTubers for Tanga Plays.
He's been extremely homophobic as well, I've seen. Because he's
Transphobic.
just yeah, he's just that level of Christian, like he just hates everyone. Literally. It's like he's
Right.
God's right-hand
Right,
man.
exactly what Christianity is about, by the way.
I
Yeah,
think he's
Jesus really
taken it
said,
the wrong
"Hate thy
way.
neighbors."
You know what the worst part of it is? He's a racist. If anybody need a proof, and I'm just gonna say this as factual as I can. If anybody needs proof that a African American guy can be racist, he's it. He
I
called
mean,
Zoe Kravitz, who played Catwoman in the recent Batman movie, a half breed. What the fuck,
what the
man?
fuck?
He
How?
must be suffering from some sort of mental issues. Like he
That must be the case.
I just don't understand him at all.
I don't understand the people who like this guy.
I don't either.
You
And you
know?
know what? I don't know if this is YouTube harassment or not, but I'm just
And
gonna admit it. I'm gonna fully admit it. I went to his comment section.
he's been deleting comments, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I
He's been
checked
trying.
out some of his posts. It's just all love and praise, and it's insane.
No, my comments are still there.
Ah,
But guys,
A lot of people have been saying we support you, and I'm like, wait, so you support a 16-year-old being doxxed? And then they haven't responded. I'm just like,
well,
yeah.
the thing is, you might be able to see it, but it might not be visible to other people.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, I've never had my comments deleted, so I wouldn't know.
Well, me neither, but there was a whole Dream controversy before, and I learned
yeah.
a few
Well,
things from then.
At least Dream apologized for his controversy. This guy just does not know when to quit.
guys, can you picture this like scenario? So you buy yourself a brand new TV. You want to calibrate it so it looks as good as possible. So you go on YouTube for it. And then you see this Quantum TV video, and then you check out his channel. He's beefing with half the community. He's calling everyone like Satanists.
I've seen some of the I've seen that whole paragraph where he like tried to trash talk. I think it was Griffin Gaming. I'm not sure, but liberals are communists.
Ugh.
What?
And he's
What?
been like insulting his own audience on that Elden Ring review. He
The
actually
classic
told them
move.
all to kill themselves. And then afterwards he said, "But it's nothing personal, guys."
Oh yeah, hold on. Let me do an impression. At the end of the day, just go fucking kill yourself.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Nothing
that's
personal,
fair.
kid.
What the hell, man? To a 16-year-old, and I get for he's really obsessed with the age. Did you guys notice that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Why do you have? Why does it matter?
At every moment he gets, guys, I'm beefing with a 16-year-old.
It's
Like, are
he's
you in
trying to
love
make it
or?
sound ridiculous that a 16-year-old kid is standing up to him. But the fact of the matter is, the ridiculousness of the situation comes from the fact that he is beefing with a 16-year-old kid.
And
And because
he
of
is
that,
getting absolutely like destroyed by this kid.
Yeah.
this controversy has gotten so big. The bigger YouTubers are reporting on it, and even the biggest Twitch streamers are also voicing their opinion.
Yeah,
Mudahar
I've
from
seen
Ordinary Gamers,
hmm
Asmongold,
Moist
Charlie from Moist
Critical.
Critical.
Yeah.
I like. You upset this much people, this many people. You got to realize you're doing something wrong here.
That's the problem with toxic toxic Christianity, right? The idea that if you are being persecuted by the world, you're doing something right. Nah, come
No,
on.
that's not how
Come on, let's
Christianity
be
works.
that's like the opposite of the logic.
And I'm
Sapio, can you edit that image in for the video? Because I checked out this post that he made, and he says that no one plays the full context when they're covering the controversy, and I don't understand how he'd want the full context to come out because then it would make him look even worse.
exactly. No. You
Jeez.
want us to give the full context? Go ahead, give us the extra footage.
Yeah,
We'll give the
For
full
sure.
come on.
context.
He's hiding it. He's hiding the context.
Like what? What's the point, man? I mean, you look like you're 30, 40 years old. You should know better by now. The world doesn't revolve around you.
Yeah.
Especially when you say shit like this. And you really asked Neil Druckmann why he wasn't a Pulse victim? Really? Really, bruh?
Okay,
You're
but
asking
let's
him why he wasn't a victim of a mass shooting?
let's let's
What?
circle back though, back to Elden Ring, right?
Yep.
Let's back it up to Elden Ring where this all started. His hot take. I mean, I mean this is a controversial thing that comes up every time From Software Games releases their games. The idea of accessibility in video games and whatnot. But his take reminds me of that one game reviewer that reviewed Cuphead and couldn't get past the tutorial.
I remember that. You couldn't get past the tutorial, so you gave a bad review.
Yeah, right? Like,
That's
am I
not a
wrong
review.
though? Isn't that like his quote
If you
unquote hot
can't
take?
if you can't give a good if you can't in your right conscious mind, if you can't give a good review, say that to your editor and have somebody else who can do it do it.
I,
That's
I
the whole
completely
point.
I completely understand why he'd want like the accessibility, and I think it's completely fine to want like an easier difficulty. There's actually like a mod for Elden
Yeah,
Ring
yeah.
that's like really trendy.
There's also a
That gives
mod
you
that
the
makes it
easy
much
mode.
more difficult, but we'll skip over that.
Exactly. But
Wow.
to quote to to quote the Act Man about the whole difficulty and accessibility thing, difficulty does not mean accessibility. If From Software wanted to make an easy mode, they would have done it. But that's not the point. Their games are meant for hardcore gamers who love a challenge. That is the point.
Yeah,
And you
but
know what?
if you
Elden
want
Ring
like
has gotten a lot more people into that genre, and I'm so happy for that because I hated From Software's games for it. After playing Elden Ring, I got all of Dark Souls, Bloodborne, and Sekiro just a couple days ago, and I'm going to play them all. I'm
no,
going all in, guys.
I completely understand the main target audience, but there's people creating like mods to make the game easier, and I think that's completely fine. There's no shame in like
Oh
wanting
yeah.
to actually immerse into the world at your own like pace. But the way he went about it, he just spoke like it was factual. Like he's like a veteran Souls player, and this is like the worst entry ever. And
Now,
it was
yeah,
he's never played a Souls game before. That's the problem.
I've played a couple hours of Bloodborne, and even I knew that from the footage that I've seen, because I didn't see his full review because it got taken down. He took it down. Even I
Thank
could
you for
tell.
providing the full context, man.
Jesus Christ. What is this
Yeah.
guy doing? But look, it doesn't matter what he says. Elden Ring is a good game. The fact that Bandai Namco and From Software only estimated 4 million copies sold in like 5 weeks, that was their highest expectation. They sold 12 million in 3.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
They were surprised.
I saw people like just a few days before the release of Elden Ring, I was on the subreddit and I saw people saying like it's not going to be like the biggest game on the market, like it'll probably be drowned out by all these other AAAs that come out afterwards.
Nope.
But it went insane, and like props to them for making such an amazing game that
Oh,
got
yeah.
so many people into it. It's insane what they actually achieved.
Kudos. Big
So-
kudos.
Do we
If you
know how
don't-
long it's been in development?
I think because Miyazaki, the reason why, I don't know if a lot of Souls players know this, but the reason why Dark Souls 3 was considered easier by some is because Miyazaki was actually focusing more on Bloodborne at the time.
Mm.
So if I have to guess, I would say probably since 2017. No, because they focused on Sekiro. I would presume 2017, 2018 probably.
Hmm. So
If they're
4 to 5 years.
if they were making Sekiro and Elden Ring at the same time, I'd say about 4 or 5 years.
And
Yeah.
Rockstar take 10 years to get a good game out.
Hey,
Double
hey,
that.
hey. Rockstar can do it in 10, but it's going to be 15, 16 years between Elder Scrolls 5 and 6. Keep that in mind.
God.
From
Well,
software.
some games are just worth the wait. We'll just have to
Yeah, for
see
sure.
if it is.
Now, it's been a little bit over an hour of us recording, so I'm just going to end it with this, guys. Quantum TV, fuck your Elden Ring review. It's a great game. And how dare you attack all these YouTubers? False copyright claiming them? Going after a 16-year-old? Slandering Review Tech USA? Doxing people? Threatening the Ackman's family? Threatening to come to his house and kill them? And
You
mischiefs?
know this guy just never leaves his room.
Very Christian of him.
How are you married, my guy? You are
He's
married.
married?
You are an old guy.
He
You
keeps
should
her in the
know better.
basement.
I'd imagine so.
I cannot imagine that.
I don't either. I don't know how anybody could marry that type of guy. But
Hey, you know what? If
Fuck you,
anyone,
bro.
if a guy like him can get married, then there's hope for me.
He's like the biggest
Uh.
Christian, but he commits every sin possible.
I learned the
that's
ways of
not-
Christianity to break every single one of them.
Oh dear. But Quantum TV, we are all gonna keep making content about you if you keep on doing this bullshit.
Yeah.
And trust me, we are now on that train too.
Oh yeah, you're not gonna be able to hide into shadows, man.
You're
Not
gonna
happening.
be the target of small YouTubers.
Oh yeah, the Would Love To podcast
The-
is on to you now, buddy.
Oh wait,
Oh,
wait,
yeah.
wait! I forgot, guys. He considers us low tier YouTubers.
Oh,
I
oh,
saw that.
Yeah.
oh no!
So
whatever
we're
shall
coming
we
after
do?
you? And now the high tier YouTubers are gonna say something about you too, my guy. Elden
He
Ring for
called-
the win! It is my game of the year.
Yeah.
Congratulations to From Software for 12 million copies in 3 weeks. I'm just gonna assume they're at 20 million now. And no matter when your next game is coming, we'll be looking forward to it. Never change From Software. Never change. All right, guys. Well, that's gonna be it for episode 3.
Yep.
We did talk a lot today, so Sapio, do you want to say anything to the viewers?
Anything.
Yeah, anything.
No fact.
No
Oh
fa-
gosh, I forgot. Hold on. Come back to me. I gotta come up with a fact real quick.
Okay, we're waiting.
Answer
no,
anything you want to
Ant,
say
go
while he
first.
waits or while he looks for a quote.
Yeah. Quantum TV. I've got Cash Me Outside. How about that?
I thought he was gonna say that you were gonna make that. I thought you were gonna say you were gonna make a video on him. To be honest,
I might make a diss track.
Ooh.
The most
We should.
unchristian diss track ever.
Ooh, please send it to us when you're done before you release it. I gotta listen to this. All right, Sapio, take two.
Fun
Or
fact:
yeah.
the core principle of Christianity is to love God and to love your neighbors.
I love it. We're all just dissing him as our outros. All right. Well, unfortunately, I can't top either one of them. So I'm just going to say thank you guys for watching. If you like what you saw, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. So, adios.
Keep
Me
gaming.
and my homies hate quantum TV. Goodbye.